I'd appreciate if you went to flipsidegaming.com and used promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. It really is a good deal, and it helps support the show, and it's great. They still have good old-fashioned sleeves. What's up, walkers? They're 6 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. Today, as always, we're going to be playing some Bolas. However, for those of you who have not seen, I recently learned about the passing of a family pet, and this pet was, she stayed in my room, right? Well, technically I stayed in her room, and she was essentially my best friend for an entire year, and that year was, one of the harder ones that I've had. So, it is difficult that I'm not going to be able to see her anymore, but I appreciate the time that I had with her. And just so you all know what those subums look like, I thought I would share this picture. Abigail took this picture of us. We had just fallen asleep, and we would just hang out. Sorry. I'm usually not very emotional, but that little lizard meant a lot to me. So because of that, there wasn't a video yesterday. I hope you all don't mind. And because the channel isn't doing very well at all, I'm still gonna post as often as I can, but because I'm in grad school, I'm trying to get a PhD. It's hard for me to justify doing daily stuff if the channel's not gonna be performing very well, So I'm gonna still do as much as I can. Luckily for me, we don't actually have like a good historic queue, nor do we have brawl yet, so it's not like people are gonna be missing out on too much anyway. So I'm not gonna be like cutting my schedule in half or anything. I'm not going to be posting like once a week or anything. I'm going to be posting as often as I think is reasonable. So I hope you all understand and still like appreciate what I do put out, So today we're playing some Bolas. It is Bolas Wednesday, and we're playing some best of 3. I played a couple of games with this the other day just to relax. And I think it did relatively well, but, there are definitely things that it could use help with. So, I went to the, and this is what I usually do, I went over to the standard metagame breakdown on MTG Goldfish, in my opinion, a decent resource, because they collect data from online events and even non-online, even paper events as well, and that helps them shape kind of what the meta is. You can see what the recent decks look like. So, Esper Stacks is a strong deck, Simic Flash, Jeskai Fires, unfortunately, aggro of a variety of sorts, things like that. So I tried my best to design this sideboard with that in mind, as well as with the kind of needs of the mana base in mind. So I have made a few changes since the last time I think I played this on stream. I don't actually know if I made a video of this yet. But essentially the point of this deck is, I'm not going to go super in detail, because I plan on playing this deck every week. This Bolas is one of the things that I have the most fun doing. So you can definitely make sure, or you can be assured that I'll be playing Bolas every week. So I'm not going to go too in depth with everything, but Fires of Invention essentially allows you to be in situations where you can cast 2 spells a turn as opposed to just 1, right? In a Grixis shell like this, we're mostly playing at sorcery speed anyway. In the main deck, the only instance we have are 3 Bedevils. Oh, and that's it. Yeah, no, that's literally it. And then in the sideboard, there are some, but sometimes those cards are coming in and Fires is going out. And sometimes it's just okay if you have Fires of Invention and an instant in your hand. You can either play it as sorcery speed, or at sorcery speed, or it can be used for a limited thing. Now, this deck needs to get 2 Fires of Invention and survive, so we have a little bit of removal, as you can probably tell. And we have some ways to find it with Drawn from Dreams and Narset. once we get up to Fires of Invention, essentially the point is to play at least one of our Planeswalkers, preferably two, and be able to keep using them to accrue card advantage while we use Castle Vantress to maintain our the top of our deck being good to us. Our mana base is wonky as fuck. We run 26 lands. This is the breakdown. You can see it's pretty even, a lot more even than I would like, and a lot of that is due to the fact that I'm running things like Bedevil and Angrath Rampage as opposed to relying more on the blue, but I just feel like it's kind of necessary. Onto the sideboard, we have 3 Duress, pretty much comes in against any control deck that we care about. Noxious Grasp is going to be helpful against a decent amount of these things, right? Against Esper, it kills a lot of their white Planeswalkers. It hits Simic Flash pretty hard. It hits Golgari mid-range pretty hard, because you're going to be able to get rid of those Oko, well, not for Golgari, but that's for Sultai, but, you know, Green X mid-range. You can kill Okos, you can kill any kind of large creatures, and this side swipes Ceratops, which is very helpful, because Ceratops is pro-blue, and this is black, so fuck you, Ceratops. This is also a reason why we're running Lava Coil. The Elder Spell comes in against Jeskai Fire's decks, because those decks tend to be more Super Frenzy, whereas this is more of a normal control deck that happens to run Fires of Invention. It's possible that this should also be more of a Super Frenz vein. However, the issue with that is we don't have access to Time Wipe as well as Deafening Clarion, so that makes it a little bit harder. We have a Tyrant Scorn to come in against some of the other decks that have a lot of CMC 3 or less creatures that we want to be able to kill. Cry the Canarium is just another board wipe. I don't like our board wipe options in Grixis. That's like the weakest thing about this color, in my opinion. But you know, Cry the Canarium hopefully helps again. I mean, a lot of the super aggressive decks are, you know, X2s, often X1s, because there's a decent amount of Aristocrats coming out, a lot of Cavalcade decks running around, so those decks are pretty easily chomped on by this. Ashiok helps us against any of the search-based decks. So, you know, we're looking at things like Sultai Ramp, Simic Ramp, for that matter. Pretty much any deck that is looking to search the library, as well as this does help us against any deck that happens to run the graveyard, or happens to care about the graveyard, so we can just exile their shit. And then we have Mythical Dispute, and this is the card that I was talking about with Fires of Invention. Fires of Invention only makes it so you can cast spells on your turn, right? It's not that you can only cast things at sorcery speed, right? So if you end up casting a Nicol as Dragon God and your opponent tries to counter it on your turn, you can still Mystical Dispute that, right? And that's why this card is still fine. Now, obviously, if you have Fires out, your Dispute is not going to be able to be aggressive, let's say. You won't be able to proactively hinder your opponent's stuff. You'll only be able to defend the cards that you're playing. That said, Fires of Invention isn't always out, right? So being able to bring in something that is a decent counter, it's a soft counter, it's not a hard counter, but still, against most colors, and then a harder counter, because it costs less, against blue spells is very helpful. Now, obviously, that is just the sideboard and stuff, and it's whatever, and I still talked too long, but it's fine. Okay, cool. Going up against the metal. I would like to go first. I keep forgetting to turn off that stupid fox. This hand is fine. The red is meh, but we can pretty easily just backwater into Swamp Thought Erasure. Yes, this always comes in tapped, which is why I did that first. Castle Vantress, unfortunately, we don't have an island right now, so this will come in tapped as well. But hopefully it's not going to matter. Our opponent's going to Once Upon a Time. They could get a Goose. No, they get a Paradise Druid. Do they have a Goose? They don't have a Goose, so we can go ahead and get rid of something. Oh, wow. Okay, so they're just on ramp. I will take the Fabled Passage. I need mana anyway. The issue, of course, is do we get a red source so we can Angrath Rampage, or do we get a blue source for Castle Vantress? Honestly, I think we take the red source. We want to be able to hit our, you know, we have double black. We technically have double blue. We want to be able to use our Bedevils, and we want to be able to cast a top-decked Fires. My opponent's hand was a very greedy keep. It's possible they're actually just, like, trolling me at this point. That's fine. You know what? Fuck you, opponent. We're going to talk about my lizard. There we go. I'm just going to make this a little smaller. So, she's a little bearded dragon. I think she was 6. She might have been 7, but I think she was 6, which is a lot younger than the usually survive in captivity. But she was sick for a little bit. But the most fun thing is, as you can see, I have this beard. So she would, and my opponent's just conceded. All right, well, cool. That's fine with me, I suppose. Just gonna pass the turn. The cutest thing she would do is I would take her out all the time because she was in her gallon tank for so long, and it was a fine size for her. She's not that large, but it was fun to just make sure she could run around and be out of there every now and again. But she would love to just come up and just shove her face under my beard, as if I'm some sort of cave overhang, and it was just the absolute cutest thing. She loved getting pets. Even she's scaly. She's a lizard. But she would love when you pet the top of her head, front to back, from her snout from the tip of the triangle to the back of the triangle. This one time she pooped on me. I was taking her outside. It's good for them to go outside. They can actually eat a lot of plants outside, like dandelion greens, so the leaves of dandelions, a bunch of things like that. And this one time I was taking her out to just hang out and play. We had a little leash for her and everything. Yeah, my pony's just given up. I guess it's fine. Let's talk about my lizard. I guess they could have disconnected. I've heard that Arena has had a little bit of connectivity issues recently. But my opponent could just be being petulant. Who knows? So I had shorts on. This is peak summer, whatever. Luckily, it only got on my shorts. Unluckily, for any of you who have had reptiles of any kind before, usually their waste smells very bad. So I took her outside. She was freaking out a little. I was trying to make sure our little leash thing was on her nice and comfortably tight. Not tight, but comfortably. And she's just sitting on my right leg and she just shits all over me. I'm like, no, why? It smelled awful. I had to run back inside. I had to shake my shorts off so that I didn't track poop in the house. And then I had to go sit her on top of the toilet seat, yank my shorts off, throw them into the bathtub to kind of rinse them off, because I can't just literally shove that shit in the washer. So I had to shove my shorts into the bathtub, and meanwhile this lizard is just sitting on top of the toilet seat, looking at me, just licking the air, just being nonchalant as fuck. I was like, troll, you dirty troll. It was a good time. She had this hammock in her tank that she would like to bask on because it was the closest up to her basking light. And unfortunately, that thing was a piece of shit, and she would fall from time to time. Luckily, there was a cork wood thing, so it protected her relatively well. So she didn't ever get hurt or anything. But since she was in my room, I'd be sleeping, and all of a sudden at night I'd hear dunk. She'd be still sleeping, just just whatever. Do I take the goose? Do I take the reef? Honestly, I think I have to take the reef, right? Goose. They play. No matter what I do, right? They're gonna be able to go into Tameo quickly. Fuck. This is top decking that other land is not good. Shit. I mean, what gets the more value? I think I have to get rid of the Tameo. That's fine, I guess. Damn. Maybe I shouldn't have kept a 5-lander. No, I don't think this deck mulligans super well. I think it was fine. I keep forgetting to get rid of that. British Steward, sure. So she might get hit, but that's fine. We're just gonna take 2. I mean, it takes 2 to make a thing go right. It also takes 2 to make it out of sight. Ooh, baby, I want Bedevil. Like, the thing, right? So, I take Bedevil, I can actually get rid of their stupid, Reef fucker. If I just take, let's see. So this comes in tapped, this comes in tapped. Oh, this is Field of the Dead. Okay. Fires, I can't do anything with for a while. And, like, I have so much mana anyway. Because she's fucked. I'm gonna take Fires. I'm gonna take Fires. Hope I can draw something that I can play. Like, top decking another Narset, because I assume she's gonna get hit. Well, maybe not. It depends if my opponent has an untapped land here. If they don't, then I assume they're just gonna cast Risen Reef. If they do, I assume they're gonna cast Risen Reef and then fuck the goose and just hit Narset. But I would like to see it. Ritual of Soot, another Narset, hell, removal spell. You know, there almost anything in my deck other than another Fires of Invention at 4 or less is good for me. But luckily, Narset is going to be able to activate, unless my opponent decides to play the goose and attack. That is definitely a consideration they could do. I also missed what they did here. Oko.
Every tale about me
Not what I expected.
It's not poison.
That wasn't good.
Keep an open mind.
Just flood out, just... Damn. Well, that sucks. Man, anything there would have been better. Even another Fires, I would have taken it. Because that's one fewer Fires that are just, like, left in my deck. Damn. That sucks. Okay, so this... I wish we had Field of the Dead. Or not Field of the Dead, Field of Ruin still. Okay, just wins in hand, that's fine. So I can play Gilded Goose. And play Witch's Cottage tapped, but... Okay, so they're going to kill Narset, I guess. No, oh, they're just playing Leaf Kindred. Sure. They drew another card. That's 2 cards with this card. Does Oko turn the food into a 3/3 to kill Narset, or just make another food token? Looks like he turns it into a 3/3, yep. And he's going to kill Narset.
Surely you see the human.
I assume, yep. I mean, Narset's pretty much done. No! Narset lives. Okay. Okay, well I can get rid of Oko, so that's helpful, I guess. But I'm going to die very quickly. This is a strange play decision. Like, even... I mean, even if you're Sultai, like, this is showing me that you don't have very many... Right? Like, by this point, they would have had something black. And they're... Okay, you're playing Temple of Malady. I can understand the Temple of Mysteries. But if you're running Witch's Cottage, I feel like you can't afford to play the Temple of Maladies. Like, I feel you just have to have Watery Graves and Overgrown Tombs, right? And then, like, I think you need rooms for actual swamps. And a 3... yeah, I don't love this. I mean, I'm not even playing the blue one.
You're a mighty warrior. I concede.
So I'm at 9. I'm dead in 2 turns. Hydrocrisis, cool. Can I draw something good? I get rid of 5 damage if I Chandra -3, because that's not... Yeah, it's just an elk. So I can kill these 2 things. Yeah. Because that gets rid of 5 damage. I could just kill the Krasis, but that only gets rid of 4. So... let's do this.
Let's start at a sizzle and see if you make it to the Inferno. I've always wanted to make a really big fireball.
And then end of turn, We can Castle Vantress, hope to draw something good. Ritual of Soot, good here. Liliana, probably not terrible. Well, no, my opponent would attack me down to... No, because they have Gilded Goose. Never mind, I'm just spinning my wheels. Okay. That's interesting. So they're deciding whether or not to kill Chandra. They decide to leave her alone. That worries me. This could just be another Hydrocrisis, though. Yeah, I think there's another Hydrocrisis. For 5? Gilded Goose, okay. Sure. Crisis for... How the hell did I do my math wrong? Oh, right. Right. They were able to put out a Leafkin Druid, which made that happen, sure. Do I have anything? Nope, I need to hit exactly Ritual of Soot. Or something that draws me into it. Narset. Narset could work. Question is, do I do this first? I guess I do. Nope. Nope, can't have either of those.
The focused and meditate and prepare.
So easy Noxious Grasp here. Tyrant Scorn I think is fine. I no longer know if it's... I don't actually think it's Sultai Field. I think it's just Sultai Ramp. This card's fine. Those are fine. Do I want the Duress? What am I taking out? It's a tough question. Chandra is not great because they are playing a decent amount. So I need to write down actually. Let's see. This is Sultai Ramp. And I'm potentially only bringing in like 3 things. I think that might be a little slow. And let's trim one of those. I don't know if it's correct to like trim things. Oh, I forgot to show you that while you're sideboarding now, you can actually look at the board again, and that's pretty damn cool. I did forget to mention Rainbow Ramp, so 5-color Golos with Field of the Dead. This is a good hand. I went first and won. In the second game, I went second. I drew. And I had 3 fires. I drew 3 fires over the course of that game, and I still was able to win. I can't remember. Hell yeah! I can't remember why exactly I felt I had such a decent position against the 5-color ramp deck. I think it was mostly just the fact that I had a turn 4 fires. And here, I do want to have black up. You stupid person! I nearly didn't do that. So my opponent very well may just play a Paradise Druid. They saw that I played this untapped, so... Nope, Field of the Dead. So, they were Field of the Dead, Sultai Field. Gilded Goose, which I will murder via Tyrant Scorn. Then I can Narset. And I did this because I can Noxious Grasp Oko. So we're taking a little bit of life, but it should be okay.
I know 88 put thoughtful
I'm going to take Drawn from Dreams, because next turn I can Fires into Drawn, or I can Fires into Ritual, or I can Fires into Noxious Grasp, right? Being able to play one of these on turn 4, and then immediately follow it up with something is a fantastic tempo advantage. The second game was against just straight up Esper control. Hey look, it's Oko! I'm gonna kill you. Ah, it's gonna kill my Narset, you fuck. I hate this bastard. Yeah, you fuck.
Overwhelming.
And I'm just gonna kill Oko. Right? Yeah, I'm just gonna kill Oko.
You're too close-minded.
Shut up. But against Esper Control, I was on the draw in the first game, and I won. I think I won that game mostly because they had drawn just most of their creature removal. Like, they had 2 Kaya's Wraths, 2 Oath of Kaya's, things like that. Oh, this was Esper Hero Control, sorry. The second game, I was on the draw. I lost. They went Hero Hand, so there was like turn 2 Hero, turn 3 Hero, a bunch of shit. I was able to kill one of the heroes, but I couldn't come back from it very well. So this turn, I can Drawn from the Dreams and Ritual. I think I want a Bolas and a land. Let's go with the Watery Grave. Let's play the Watery Grave. Tapped. And so I actually could just kill one of these with ETGE and hold the Ritual. Or, yeah, I think this is better. But who's better to mill? I think technically I am, because I don't want my opponent being able to recur anything with Tamiyo. So I'm going to go and kill this, mill myself. It's fine. Now I have a blocker, but I have some value. So Nicol Bolas will hopefully be the way I kind of just win this game. And the really nice thing about this deck is, if your opponent removes this, right, you're still just a normal control deck. So I really like this configuration. It's just about getting that sideboard to work properly, making sure your mana base works out, things like that. Dub black white. Or colorless. What are you doing here? I'm killing my dude. Murderous Rider on my dude. Well, that's a Murderous Rider that's not coming up Nikki B. I can't Nikki B lead this. Thought Erasure? Negate? Ass Blast. Interesting. Sure, I can do things at instant speed again. Black, 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 red, 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 blue, blue, blue. Let's have another black because of the blackness in our hand right now. So we're gonna Fabled Passage, get a blue source. I'm just thinning my deck here. Gonna play Nikki B.
The whole of the multiverse will bend to my
Sure.
will.
Okay, George, sure. Opponent is kind of screwed on green here.
My intellect is without limit.
Like a Noxious Grasp, their stupid 3/3. Technically, I could have done that beforehand. It is very possible that my opponent is running Veil of Summer. So I assume my opponent's go. Yeah, I'm taking 3. What are you playing at? Does he have another Murderous Rider? The reason I'm taking that is I might not want to use Noxious Grasp. So it looks like Bolas is dead. Because I could just Ritual of Soot if my opponent just adds to the board. Okay, you cast Murderous Rider. And you cast... Oh, not Abrupt Chaos, that's Trophy. No, you didn't. You played into my Ritual of Soot. Thank you very much. Cancel. I'm going to go ahead and do this first. Au revoir. Thought Erasure. Don't mind if I do. Sure, sure.
I will return.
So, theoretically, whatever's left in their hand is something that they want to cast.
Never ending.
Nope. I would like a Castle Vantress, please. Alright, so this should be game, pretty much. Do I take 2 damage here? Nah. I have enough mana that I can just do things on my turn. I'm not too worried about them casting a single thing. Yeah. It's fine. I'll play out Castle Vantress, play out a Narset. This should be game.
Return.
I assume my opponent is pretty much waiting on a Hydro Crisis, but with Nissa, now they need
Just the trick.
response to Hydro... Or they need answer to Nissa followed by Hydro Crisis, so... I haven't eaten yet. I'm very hungry. Cool. I guess they could have Elder Spelled, right? But even then, you know, I have a Drawn from Dreams. I have Castle Vantress out. There are sufficient things to do this. I don't think so. Is the thing, right? I'm going second. Get Oko. Do I want Lava Coils? I think I do still. Maybe Ugin is a little slow? Is good, but maybe Eugene's a little slow. And then I can bring it... I could... So I'm thinking, like, I bring in a Duress, which just sounds stupid. I don't bring in, like, a Mystical Dispute. I don't know if it's correct to just, like, bring in Mystical Disputes. Counter target blues. You know what? I'm gonna try it. We're going second. We're gonna take out Lava Coils. I do want to keep Angrath Rampage. We're gonna take out a Bedevil. Wait, did we just bring in, like, both Duresses and take out 2 Bedevils? Bucket? Bucket? Ah, damn it, I forgot to show you again. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Okay. I don't have black. I'm gonna keep this. If my opponent goes turn 1 Mana Dork, aka Goose, I'm gonna play Steam Vents and hold that shit up. I'm playing Steam Vents and I'm holding up Mystical Dispute. So now what I'm gonna do is play Watery Grave and hold up Mystical Dispute. Yes. So pretty much no matter what they play, if it's blue, I can counter that shit. Okay, I like it. Taking damage. They're using the Goose. The Goose is loose. The juice is loose. Risen Reef? Guess what? Nah. And now I can Temple of Epiphany. Well, I think I Duress first. Ass Blaster, I'm fine with. Clacker is a little scary, but I'm just going to discard that with Thought Erasure next turn. So I'm going to do Temple here. I'm fine with that. I want to be able to get up to Liliana this game. Okay. So this turn... I guess they could Ass Trophy one of my lands? They did nothing. Wow, okay. So this could be a Veil of Summer, which would suck. Like, there's no way that my opponent didn't bring in... Oh, interesting. My opponent is relatively far away from Clackbridge Troll, so I think I do just take Oko here. Fabled Passage, nah. I don't think I need this. I'm going to Dismal Backwater. My opponent's gonna make a thingamajig. Then next turn, I don't know, I did that. Next turn I play Narset. Definitely need to be able to deal with this Clackbird Stroll, though. Let's see if my opponent got a land. Looks like they did. It's based on how they're hovering. I mean, they kept a risky hand, dude, against a. I mean, I guess they were really banking on that Risen Reef, but still, I don't know. So okay, note to self: whatever the hell this card is, Mystical Dispute is good. Bring that shit in. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my opponent top decks a land, they can play Clackbird Troll and murder the shit out of Narset. Alternatively, I can just Ritual of Soot now, putting them behind again. Narset the following turn. I don't know if that's correct, though. Yeah, game, shut up. I'm gonna go with Narset. I don't know if that's the correct answer. But my opponent might actually fuck themselves by using Assassin's Trophy here. Because the way they would fuck themselves is because I would be able to... well, let's just grab Bedevil, right? Technically, Drawn from Dreams is better there, but Bedevil is just an answer to Clackbird Stroll, so I just don't care. Right? My opponent can Ass Blast Narset, ramping me into Liliana. Or they can make another food, don't care. Because I have an answer to Clackbird Stroll. Obviously, my opponent plays it now. Narset still dies. That's fine. I got what I needed. And I have some goats, which will inevitably die. Liliana, oh! I kind of want them to play... Oh no, I guess I don't want them to play Clackbird Stroll just yet. But I would get goats. Alright, she's gonna die.
Let us have a storied battle worth
Who are you getting back? Oko? Sure.
follow the tracks of
Sure. See what I get.
Keep an open mind.
Sure. I'm going to kill Gilded Goose. No. Yes? No. I'm going to kill Gilded Goose. Yes. Yes. And I'm going to mill myself. Yes. Let's see. Blue, black, blue, red, black, red. Kill you. Mill me. Sounds fine. And I milled myself so that my opponent can't do any shenanigans with their stupid graveyard. Now my opponent doesn't have access to 4 mana, which is... who cares? But if they play Oko, I can protect my Narset. And I can actually pressure their Garbo. Okay, yeah. Technically, my opponent was in a rough spot. However, they would have played things differently. What?
Seek
Why'd you
and find.
pay? Why you pay life before you decide what you're going to do? I'm incredibly confused. Moomin Rider? You still should have did that after you figured out if you were going to get it. My opponent also should not Oko and turn my army into a 3/3 because then it becomes a 7/7. It would be a 5-mana 7/7 that gained me life and killed a creature. So this should be a win. Did I ever finish talking about Esper Control? I won the 3rd game. I don't think I... Okay, yep. Turn your food into a 3/3 so that you can block.
And worms rule.
Turn into a 3/3 so you can block.
Let's broaden your existence.
Interesting. So I think... So notably, there's no, like, cool... I mean, even if I have 7 lands, there'd be no way around this. If I Bedeviled first and then played Fires, it would still see that I've played two cards and I wouldn't be able to do any more. I think I want to just kill Tamiyo. I'm vaguely worried about Clackbridge Troll. Oh, right, I can just let them draw. I'm smart. Alright, this is what we're doing. I'm gonna try and murder Tamiyo. He's going to block, most likely. Or not? So then we play the Watery Grave, we play Liliana, we plus Liliana to get a 2/2. Yep, that's fine. The Watery Grave, Liliana. This way. I guess this is a little bit worse if our opponent gets Murderous Rider, but at the same time, then, like, I just have 2 things on board that my opponent doesn't. So theoretically, they could have a land, use Tamiyo, get a Murderous Rider, use Abrupt Decay, or Assassin's Trophy. But still, that's like a decent amount of life loss potentially. And then I still have 6 power on board. So it looks like they're still going for Moomin Rider. Maybe they're going for Elder Spell. I don't know if they have it in this deck. They probably should. It's possible I should have brought mine in, but I only saw 2 Planeswalkers. And I think the rule of thumb is if your opponent has 3 Planeswalkers, bring in the Elder Spell. Although my opponent did draw like an uneven 43. 1, 2, 3. So they've had 3 Tamiyos. Oh, they do have the Elder Spell. Good. And 2 Okos in the top. Well, it was 17. But it was actually it was less than that because Tamiyo did this before. Goose. Wow. Yeah, my opponent is not in a good spot. That's not advisable. Are you going to steal something? You're going to steal my 4/4? That doesn't seem very bright. If he turns his food into a thing, then he can't use Gilded Goose. No, alright, sure.
Change your ways.
Cool, got a Castle Vantress. Do I care about Oko at all? I feel like the answer to that question is no. They'll lose their bird. So I think I think I'm fine. I can kill Oko if I have to. I'm more likely to just kill Tamiyo. But I want to see what they do with this ass trophy. I meant to use Tamiyo first. Or Liliana first. Fuck. That was an oops. I lost value there. I'm gonna blow my fires. Alright, I'm just gonna kill your Oko then. While it's free, you know.
May we meet again, or not?
Yeah, sure, that's fine. I will get a Swamp, doesn't really matter. Don't care if this dies, I get to draw a card. If they protect Tamiyo, both their creatures die. Tamiyo gets to live, getting back fucking who cares, essentially. All of this stems from my opponent keeping greedy hands and me being able to kind of punish that. If you're going to block like that, you might as well block the 4/4. Yeah. Fine with this. It draws me a card. And I can do whatever I want.
Death is enlightenment.
unfortunate. I guess in response I should have used Castle Vantress. Do I care about anything that they have in the graveyard? Not really. Just gonna pass the turn.
Good help is easy to find in war.
They play a land and play Clackbridge. I can sack it. My opponent won't draw a card. This, they don't get to draw a card. Oko does nothing here. Honestly, they should just keep looking for Elder Spell. Obviously, if they get the Elder Spell, pretty bad for me. Nope, they get that card. I assume you have a land in hand? Right? Land in hand? Okay, you're not going to draw a card. I don't know if I even care about this. I guess so. Just gonna... Well, I guess I'll Thought Erase first to surveil the top of my library to see what I draw. Honestly, fuck off. I don't care. Ah, I forgot about that shit. Fuck. Oops. That's why you should do it second, Justin. Dumbass. I'm so smart. It's fine. I'll just kill Tamiyo. Why are you giving me cards? I guess that lives. Sure. I guess that makes sense. I'm smart. So let's kill that, you bastard. Yeah, just die in a fire.
Our time together is finished.
Rise and shine.
And pass. I can't use this, unfortunately, because I mismanaged my mana. I see my opponent gets a sword. Oh, wow, they do. You're going to play the smart card, which is Cavalier of Thorns? You should play Cavalier of Thorns. There you go. I wonder how many Elder Spells they have in their sideboard. My assumption is not many. I could just do this. Oh, wait, I should do this. I'll do this on my upkeep. So I can draw better. Each player choose a permanent. Okay. Thanks for the card, I guess. You also have one fewer blockers.
Waste not,
Garbo.
want not.
Ooh, look at that. It's a Nicol Bolas. Boop. Boop. I can cast it. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Main phase, please. Thank you. So, let's see. I could just kill Cavalier. What would they get back, though? Like, there's still nothing that I'm super afraid of here. So, honestly, I think I just kill Cav and attack him for 4. And then make another... Oh! I could -9 and then kill whatever they have left. That makes so much more sense. Adoy. So we're going to keep the Cav and one of their lands, then I'm going to blow up whatever they kept. I'm going to have one land, and I'm going to have a bunch, and I win the game. Cheers. Bye. Now I assume they're gonna put a land on top. I really don't care now. They might not put anything on top, but I assume they're gonna put a land on top. They put a goose on top. Yeah, that makes sense. I found the goose. I gotta give my opponent credit. You know, they're doing as best they can. I meant to do this. It's fine. Everything's fine. I did it. That's a mastery tree. I don't care about the animation. Just go. I don't care. I don't care. Just get rid of the Great Henge. I'm not even gonna use it. Open some packs, shall we? No, there's 5 Throne of Eldraine packs. Why not? Cool card. A lot of black and... Holy shit, this pack is skewed. It's Gromgully. Good old Bolas. Good old Subums. Really appreciate all the support that you guys give me on Patreon. It means a lot. You know, if you would like to join in supporting, you can find links to that in the description, as well as you can just press that good old join button, become a channel member. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and obviously there are people who, watch most of the videos, like most of them, comment on most of them, things like that. And I really appreciate you all. I do this for the community, first and foremost. But it's like, just to explain things a little bit more, the reason I'm saying that, like, the performance matters, because, like, making money isn't what I planned on doing with this. It's just that it's hard to justify devoting a certain amount of time to videos if that video's not making anything, just like logistically speaking. But yeah, I'm still gonna be doing as much as I can. And if you guys like, honestly, the easiest way to help is to essentially, like, kind of do part of my work for me, which is just like the research and stuff. Because a lot of the reason that I have to slow down is because I can't devote time to researching decks as well. So if you all, like, know of a crazy janky deck or whatever, and you've been able to put it together, even if it's just it's not, like, fully complete, but, like, most of the parts are there, and then, like, you send me a link for that deck, it'll be a lot easier for me to make that video, because then I won't have to spend time looking for something to play, and trying to test out different iterations of the same stuff. So what the fuck am I don't know. I do really appreciate all of you who are sticking around the channel, being cool walkers, planeswalkers. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope I wasn't too much of a downer, especially in the beginning. I didn't plan on tearing up, but I am human. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat now. Au revoir.